Good morning, everybody. May 20th, Friday, May 20th. I was just looking at my Uber account and I saw the usual invite a friend for $250. $250 to invite a friend to the Uber platform. I would never do that to my friends. Once they found out the exploitation and how they're being manipulated with silver and gold and platinum that don't put food on their table or help their families at all, they won't be my friends anymore. I wouldn't refer an enemy to Uber for 250. Now, if Uber upped the fee to about $1,000, maybe I'd refer an enemy to Uber, but I still would never refer one of my friends to drive for Uber or Lyft. Never. Why would I do that to a friend of mine? I would have to tell him everything that he's getting himself into so that he can make a real educated decision as to what he's getting into with his own vehicle and how he's going to see very little money in return for all the money that he'll be bringing into that platform. Like many of us drivers who drive, I only drive for Uber part time. I could never drive for that company full time. How they exploit their drivers and these guys are out here sleeping in their trucks. I see them sometimes in these parking lots at like Best Buy, getting a quick nap. Hardly see their families. They're trying to pay off a big Suburban, and they gotta burn the midnight oil to do that. Meanwhile, Uber's making the bulk of the money, right? Let's never forget that Uber's income is multiplication, right? It's two times two or 10,000 times 10,000. For me and you, the driver, it's addition and subtraction. All right, we get crumbs from the so-called Uber cake or the Lyft cake or in the rideshare industry. Even DoorDash and those delivery apps. They're just raking these people over the coals. They're taking advantage of people that need to work and make money so they could feed themselves and their family. And rather than be a blessing to these individuals, because we are a blessing to Uber, right? It's a multi-billion-dollar company. Thanks be to the driver and their car. So the very driver in their car is what makes the Uber app lucrative. Otherwise, they got a piece of technology that doesn't earn them a single solitary nickel. Now, it's true also that because of the technology, we get to earn money too. And in the beginning of this industry, the drivers were doing very well. Of course, until the eyeballs of Uber turned into dollar signs. Then they started to take what they were giving the drivers. It was like a 75-25 split in the beginning. Sometimes it's a 60-40 Uber or a 50-50 or a 55-45. And with gas prices what they are today, under this Biden economy, 55 cents they're giving us in addition. We need at least $1 to offset the gas prices that we have to pay. So I go out, I make 300. I pay $85-90 for a tank of gas if I'm able to make that 300 on a single tank of gas, mind you. Okay, I got to subtract that immediately from my earnings, as well as any tolls that were in there, because that's reimbursement money. And I gotta set aside my tax burden, and then that's what I made for driving for 15, 20, 30 hours. And at the end of the day, when the math is finished and done, it's not worth driving for Uber or Lyft. It's just not worth it. It's only worth it if you do it part-time. It becomes a little side gig, and that's all it can be for the way that it is structured right now. The drivers don't have an advantage at all. They're not even being treated fairly when it comes to the gas hikes. Uber's not even willing, and Lyft is not even willing to take 55 cents from the rider. Okay, which is cool. So you think about it. Every 10 riders, I get about what 550, maybe $6 for every 10 riders. So 20 riders, I get $12. I'm paying $80 to fill up my tank. That's not even helping. You think Uber, on top of the 55 cents, and Lyft would kick in another 45 cents from their owner, from what they earn off the rider and the driver, and make it a $1 gas fee by sharing it with the rider. But let me tell you something. Don't hold your breath, because that ain't gonna happen. He's the CEO, Dara Khosrowshahi, whoever he is. Uh, 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 I mean, this guy makes $25 million a year. To do what exactly? To do what? I'll tell you what he does. He finds ways to take more and more money from the drivers so they can satisfy the people that own stock, their stockholder. So we lose out, they win, the stockholders win, and the only way they can do that is by giving the drivers less and less. That's how they're able to show a profit. So no, I would never ever tell a friend of mine about Uber for $250. I mean, are you kidding me? That's insulting. I would never do that for 250. $250 is what, three tanks, four tanks of gas today? No, thank you. So Uber's got a lot of work to do, and people got to think through why they would drive for a company like that. There's no integrity there. There's no compassion for the people that are burning the midnight oil out there, destroying their vehicles, working hard, trying to get ahead, putting miles on. I did 3 days this week, and I tell you, last night I was at my wit's end. I didn't want to drive a single solitary another mile. I did 3 days this week, Monday, Tuesday, no, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And I tell you, man, come Thursday, 6, 7 o'clock, I was trying to meet this 50 ride, extra $100 bonus for doing 50 rides, just so that $100 can offset my out of pocket gas costs at almost $5 a gallon. Okay, so I had to get that. I had to get that 100. I wanted to go home so bad with like 7 rides left. But I pushed the envelope. I got the rides done. I shut it down. I ate the 15 miles to come home just to end the misery of being out there on the road. And my heart goes out to those guys who are doing this 5, 6, 7 days a week. 7 days a week. I mean, Uber is raking these people over the coals. It's absolutely it just grieves my heart. So no, I would never refer anybody to Uber or Lyft. I could never do that to an individual with the way the structure is with Uber right now. I could never do that because that individual is really not making out at the end of the day. They're just going to be pulled into the vortex, and they're going to find themselves being exploited, manipulated, and I can't do that to an individual. I really can't. I mean, I might consider it if I ran into somebody that was desperate, needed to make some money, they had a decent vehicle. But again, I would have to give them all the information about what they're about to enter and what to expect from these rideshare companies. And that would be the only way I'd be able to do it. Anyway, this is Jersey Bill over and out. I just wanted to share this because, I find it appalling and insulting that they would offer me $250 to refer a friend that if he stays with Uber makes them tens of thousands of dollars a year off of that one driver, and they want to give me $250 to refer a guy that or a girl that would potentially bring them tens of thousands. They want to give me, the guy that would make that happen by way of referral, they want to give me $250. I have to say no to that, Uber and Lyft. This is Jersey Bill signing off. God bless you all.